Hey guys, it's Paige Poppe. Welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited to be joined by my friend Mo today. And we already filmed part 1 of this video over on Mo's channel, so make sure you check that out as well. Today we're talking about travel tips for creatives. And on Mo's channel, we talked about kind of the writer digital side of things. And on my channel, we're gonna be talking about the art and analog side of things. So it should be really fun. And Mo has some of these supplies as well, so she'll also chime in. Let's get right into the tips for traveling when you are an artist. So I've talked to you guys before about how I think watercolors are super portable and they're really the best medium to travel with because you can do these small little sets and keep everything.
They don't dry out.
Yeah, they don't dry out, or they do. Yeah, they're supposed to. It's so minimal the amount of things. You can have your little watercolor kit, your brush. You can put it in a pouch or a box or something. I like to use a box, and you're good to go. Mo even has her little watercolor palette that she made herself.
Yeah, these are just those the watercolors that come in a tube, so the wet watercolors, and I just squeezed them into a tiny little jewelry box, I guess. I got this in the jewelry section at Michael's, and then you just wait for them to dry out, and then it kind of rattles around in there, but they're reactivated by water, and it's really easy, perfect. I mean, this thing is smaller than my palm.
Yeah, so that's like a great idea, and like you could do it yourself. I have seen a lot of people make watercolor palette sets out of Altoid tins.
Oh yeah, I've seen those too. Those are cute.
And they just put the little individual pans in there and squeeze the wet watercolors and wait till they dry. And you guys know I have the little Sakura watercolor kit that I've had for like over 10 years, which is crazy. And those are great to travel with. I recently also got watercolor markers, and Mo has some too. And did you get these at Michael's?
I did. These are the really cheap versions. These are the Artist Lofts version, so the Michael's brand, I guess. And basically what they are is they're dual-ended markers. So on one side you have like a calligraphy type of brush nib, and then on the other side is just a regular pointy marker or pen nib. And you can write with these, you can draw with these, and you can leave them as is, or you can activate them with water and you can turn them into like regular watercolors. So I mostly use them for calligraphy, so if you're like a calligraphy person and you like hand lettering, these are really great.
Something always falls in the video. She has them here in a little pencil pouch, and you can just like grab those and go, and look, they're like super portable.
Yeah.
Yes, I did just change my hair, so carrying on with the video. We also wanted to talk about these amazing watercolor brushes. These are the first brushes I ever tried actually when I learned how to watercolor, and they hold the water
in the tube
right inside, and these are called like aquash brushes. I know Pentel makes them. No, Pentel makes them, so these are kind of like those Pentel brush pens where the ink is already inside, but the water is in there, and then you can kind of gently squeeze it and dip it into your palette, and you don't even have to worry about bringing water along. If you do decide to use a regular watercolor brush that doesn't have the water built in, like for example, I have the one Winsor brush that I'm obsessed with. You can even take like your water bottle and just pour some water into the cap and get water that way.
These are also refillable, so don't think that like, oh, I ran out of water.
Yeah.
I need a new brush. You just like twist it off and you put more water in there, and that's like the cool thing about those.
Yeah, and I even have one that breaks into 3 parts instead of 2, so you can totally collapse them and like it's that tall or something. You guys have also seen the Peerless Watercolors that I talk about all the time, and I know a lot of you guys have been picking them up, which is awesome. They are the really flat paper watercolors basically. The pigment is all condensed into a little square, and those are so small and flat that you could stick them right inside your sketchbook and close it and take it to go. So like, how easy would that be? You could just have like your water brush and this and your paints all together.
I really want one of those.
You're set.
I mostly use watercolors just to decorate my planner. And so it would be really cool to have just like the little envelope and you just slip it in my planner, and that'd be perfect. I really want one.
Yeah, they're really great. And I will put a link in the description box to those because I have the discount code now, which is 10% off if you use my name, Paige Poppe. So I will link the Etsy shop where I get those. The owner's name is Beth. She's really nice, and you can get one for yourself if you are gonna travel in the near future and watercolor. I use those paints all the time, even when I'm not traveling, because the colors are very vibrant. So definitely check them out if you're interested. And that's not sponsored or anything. I just have an awesome friendship with the woman who makes those palettes, and she wants to give you guys 10% off. So yeah.
So for the Peerless Watercolors, since it's all on just like a little square paper essentially, do they run out really quickly and do you have to repurchase them a lot?
That's a really good question. A lot of people have been asking me this lately. They last a decent amount of time. I would say 2 to 3 months. That's my own experience, but you guys know I use them very frequently, and I'm also kind of a heavy-handed painter, so I'm picking up like a lot of color. I would say 2 to 3 months for the average, or for me, maybe for the average person, longer than that. I know everyone who's tried it so far really likes them. So, sketchbooks are super portable in general. You can even do little small ones. I do have like a moleskin one that serves as a sketchbook for me, so I really like that. Not like the heaviest quality of paper, but you can get really nice like watercolor postcard pads even at that size, and Mo also has one. We were talking about these in her video, so we just really are a fan.
Yeah.
I dropped it, of course. Second thing to drop in one video.
I just like traveler's notebooks because they're perfect for exactly that, traveling, and you can take multiple notebooks with you everywhere, regardless of if you're a writer or a sketcher or a watercolor, whatever your medium is, it works out pretty well.
All right, and those are all of the tips and supplies that we recommend for being creative on the go or while you're traveling. And if you guys have anything that you travel with, like supply-wise or tips, please leave a comment down below and share with everyone else so we can learn from each other. And big thank you to Mo for joining me in my video today.
For having me.
Yeah, so make sure you go check out the other half of the video that we mentioned. It's over on her channel. The link will be in the description box. And until my next video, we are sending you guys all the positive and creative vibes your way, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye! Woo, perfect. We wanted to make this video about the importance of creative friendships because ever since we became friends, it's really been awesome to like have someone to throw ideas back and forth with and just kind of get creative with, and we also have really big plans for the future.
Right. And we really want everybody else to be able to like experience the kind of friendship and the benefits from our friendship